This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this car. This is sort of an interesting car. It's a 1997 Camaro Z28 convertible. It's an automatic. It has 90,000 miles. It was a dealer trade, and they couldn't get the top to go up or down, and we did. I'm not really sure what their deal was, other than they don't know what they're doing at dealerships anymore. Let's walk around this thing. The only real issue with this car is if you wanted all the gauges to work, it needs a new cluster. Typical of GM products, you'll have one gauge that doesn't work, and you'll get a check gauges light. On this one, the gauge that doesn't work is the oil pressure gauge. When you give it some gas, it works, kind of bounce around. You can see by the way the needle moves that it's the gauge, and the way it runs great. I mean, there's no engine noise or anything like that. It's clearly the gauge. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's got a nice set of tires. Actually, more than a nice set of tires. They look like they're probably 80% tread all the way around. The body's in fantastic condition, sort of like me. Well, maybe not sort of like me. I don't see any rock chips on the front, really, anything going on here. It's a really pretty car. I think it's the 30th anniversary edition. They got a little 30 deal stitched in the seats. I'll show you here in a second. There's the passenger front tire. Brand new looking BFGs on this car. I'll show you the seat real quick. Got that little patch there. Little 30 Camaro deal. Gosh, there's really nothing to show you here, man. It's quite a car. Cosmetically, it's in really good shape. 97. There's your passenger rear tire. My job is to find the things that are wrong with the car, so that when it gets to Michigan, or you pay by wire, or however you pay, wire or cashier's check, that when you get it, you're not angry. I see a little bit of dirt here, but that's coming off. Just came back from detail, so it got a little wet or something, and got some dirt on the bumper. But gosh, this thing, it's like in the wrapper, body-wise, beautiful. Everything's there. It's supposed to be there. Gosh, the tires are like brand new. I saw the spare, and the spare looked new. Let me open up the hood. I guess they just weren't patient enough. The compressor, it runs on air, the roof, and the compressor probably needs to be replaced at some point, but you could probably just hook up any compressor for air suspension or whatever. It's not a big deal. And get it to work faster and more efficiently, but it does work. There's that. There's your V8 right there. Let me start this guy. That's the vehicle running right there for you. Let's see if I can open the trunk here. Turn it off and open the trunk. There we go. All right. So, there's all your mats, first of all. And there's your spare. It's a full-size spare. Let's see. I'll show you where the air pump is here. The air pump is right there. And I would say that that's getting a little tired and probably needs to be replaced, but it's just a basic compressor. The trick is to make sure, if you want this roof to work faster, is to make sure that all the lines are intact and not leaking. You know, for us, it works good enough. But if you want it to work faster, that's how you would make it work faster. You know, go to a aftermarket place or even Chevy and buy a compressor and then put all new lines in there, and it would help immensely, I'm sure. Alright, let me get in here, I'll close the roof, then we can look at the roof closed. Roof, top. A roof would be on a house. Okay, now I'll show you what I'm talking about, the delay. It's not that slow. There you go. Then you go like this. Alright. There's that. Oopsie, I did that wrong. Gotta get this thing out. Like that. There we go. There's that. There's that. Alright. Now I'll show you the top from the outside, what it looks like. It's actually in really good shape. That is the factory color. It's like a denim, black denim. Really pretty car. Show you the back seat here. Let's see. I'm not even sure how to put the front seat forward. Alright. There's your emblem on the seat. Back seats look like they've never been sat in before. Actually, this interior looks very, very, very good. I think I saw a crack on the dash. Airbag looks good. Let's see where I found that crack. Door panels look good. This is a really good looking car. Let's see. There's your door panel. See a little bit of wrinkling right here on the door panel. It was originally at O'Reilly Chevrolet. This was a Chapman Honda trade-in. Driver's seat. It's got a few little holes in the seats and stuff here. Little tiny nicks and stuff. I don't know if those are burn. I don't think they're burn holes because it doesn't smell like smoke at all. It smells good in here. Of course, I guess maybe they were running around with the top down smoking. I don't know, but I don't smell smoke. A little bit of rough there. Stitching coming down a little bit. I was told, yeah, there it is. There's a crack right here on top of the dash. All right, let's see. There's your miles. 90,346. There's your temp gauge. This is the check gauge light that's on, and this is why. See, watch the needle. See how it just kind of bumps around, kind of. It's not smooth. Obviously, if you had zero oil pressure, you would have a blown up motor real quick. So it's not blown up, yet it runs great. If you wanted to fix that, you'd have to take the cluster in and have them fix it there, and it's not worth it, trust me. Let's see, what do we got? We got tilt wheel here, we have cruise control here, we have air conditioning. Let's make sure we've got some of that. Make sure it's cold. It's a nice warm day. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, just outside of Tucson, and today it's 85. So there you go. Anyway, this was a dealer trade-in, and they didn't know how to work the roof. Like I said, you know, I'm surprised they can even start a car. They're so stupid at those places. There comes the cold air, and yeah, it's working fine. Alright, turn that down so you can hear me. I'm gonna take you down the street real quick. Let's see. We are in a title hold for this. The new car dealers have 30 days to turn in a title. So we're gonna list this car without the title. They will bring the title eventually in the next week or 2 or 3, but we won't ask for full payment for the car until we actually have the title. If you just put a deposit down and hold on for a little while for the title to show up, that'd be fine. That's that. Let me see the radio. There you go. The Wild Thing. Got a little Pioneer CD player in here. There you go. A little Pioneer deck there. Anyway, this is a nice little car. I mean, gosh. We're going to be asking somewhere around, I don't know, probably 8 for this thing. And for a convertible, a nice little summer car, maybe one of your kids' car. I don't know. It's a lot of motor for a kid, but I'm going to have somebody tie that spare tire down, I can tell you that much, because that's what's rolling around back there. I can feel it. All right, let me turn this off. We'll give you a little standing start. Yeah, this thing runs fine. I really don't want to get a ticket. I have avoided the ticket for several years now, and this neighborhood is great for having cops just hanging out. Anyway, it got up to, I don't know, what was that, 60 or so, relatively quickly. Like I said, I woun't do anything, but if you were to do anything to this car, you'd probably buy a new compressor and some new lines at some point, and get that spare tire stored. Golly, I think the detail shop just threw it in the back, and that's unacceptable. Anyway, please make sure, if we accept your offer on this vehicle, get that deposit in. Like I said, we'll just hold the deposit until we have the title, okay? They will give the title, but the dealers are so slow with those things. The only reason we even own this vehicle, normally we buy theft recoveries only, but the only reason we bought this thing is everyone in Tucson is so broke, the dealers, and we're not. And I just happened to be walking by it, and it was still at a reasonable price. So I bought it. And, so one of the things about dealing with the Manheim dealer auction is that then you have to wait for a title, and they have 30 days to get one. So that's why I'm telling you this. We have a couple Manheim cars that we bought recently that are in the similar situation. Anyway, I'm backing it up to the door here. My brother will take it out for pictures. So get that deposit in. If we have an agreed upon price and we don't have a deposit, we do not have a deal. Okay? If someone comes in and wants to pay cash or get their deposit in first, then they own it. The first deposit is the owner. We've had a couple. God, it's happening it used to happen very rarely, but now that we're getting more and more cars in and we're getting more and more popular, it happens quite a bit. So, and if you're from out of state and you want to come here and drive it home, which that'd be fantastic. You are going to pay your state tax rate plus 2% tax, which is our city tax. So if your state tax is 3%, you're going to pay 5% total tax, and you're going to pay a $250 dock fee, and then we can give you temporary plates. You can drive home. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price. Okay? Thanks very much, and have a great weekend, and be safe.